The automatic glass doors of the Grand Crest Hotel opened silently as a man in a simple black hoodie rolled himself in through a wheelchair. His face was calm, but his eyes scanned the lobby like a camera, watching every detail, the way staff smiled or didn't, how they greeted people or ignored them. To everyone else, he looked like a tired traveler. To the staff, he looked like a problem. But what none of them knew was that he owned the building. Leonard Brooks wasn't just a CEO, he was a quiet force behind one of the fastest-growing hotel chains in the region. But after too many reports of discrimination, neglect, and quiet complaints that never made it to management's ears, Leonard knew something had to be done. So he disappeared. No press release, no meetings. Instead, he booked a room at one of his own locations under a different name, David Martin. The bellhop didn't move as he entered. The man was standing near the lobby door, eyes on his phone, earbuds in. Leonard waved slightly. No reaction. He pushed himself toward the front desk. Next, the receptionist called, not looking up. "Good evening," Leonard said politely. "I believe I have a reservation under the name David Martin." The receptionist, a young woman with a sleek bun and sharp red lipstick, glanced at him briefly before typing. Then she frowned. "Oh, you booked a standard king room?" "Yes," she sighed. "Unfortunately, all our wheelchair-accessible rooms are unavailable tonight. You didn't note your condition on the booking." "I didn't know I had to." "We need that in advance," she replied without warmth. "We can downgrade you to a twin on the first floor, but there's no roll-in shower. You'll have to make do." "That will be fine," Leonard said quietly. She printed the key without offering help or eye contact. As she turned to the well-dressed man behind him in line, she smiled. "Sir, I can help you now." Leonard wheeled away, alone. That was the first test, and she failed. The hallway was uneven. His wheelchair snagged on worn carpet near the corner. He caught himself breathing through it. The room smelled faintly of mildew. The curtains didn't close properly, hadn't been cleaned. Well, Leonard rolled to the window and stared at the city lights. They had no idea who he was. He wasn't just a guest. He was Daniel Keaton, founder of Keaton Hospitality Group. The man on the corporate brochures. The one who'd created these properties from scratch. And no one recognized him. That was exactly what he needed. In the morning, Daniel sat in the lounge quietly. He watched a server pass him 3 times. Without greeting, she poured coffee for a couple in business clothes, smiling brightly. He raised a hand. "Oh," she said flat. "Didn't see you there. What can I get you?" "Just a green tea, please." She nodded and walked off. 15 minutes passed. No tea. The couple who came after him had their food. Still, he waited. When he rolled to the counter, she looked irritated. "Right? Yeah. We've been slammed." There were 5 tables occupied. He nodded. "I'll wait." But then he noticed something. Across the lounge, a young housekeeper helped an elderly man retrieve his cane. She smiled. With her eyes, she noticed people. Her name tag read, Maya. He made a mental note. Maya passed the test. At 2 p.m., Daniel went back to the front desk to ask about the spa. As he approached, he heard whispers. "Why is he still here? Do you think he's a health inspector?" "No way. Just some lonely guy." They chuckled. Daniel stopped walking. He'd heard enough. But before he could turn, a voice called from behind. "Sir, do you need help getting to the spa?" It was Maya. She smiled. Not for show, not because anyone was watching, but because she meant it. "I was just heading there. I'll walk with you." Daniel nodded. "That would be lovely." As they moved slowly together down the hall, Maya didn't pry. She matched his pace. She stayed silent until, "I'm sorry about how the front desk treated you yesterday," she said softly. "I saw. It wasn't right." "You noticed that?" She nodded. "It happens more than you'd think. I don't know who you are, but I hope someone important hears you." Daniel didn't answer, because she had no idea how important he was. As they neared the elevator, The hotel manager turned the corner, his eyes locking onto Daniel. A flicker of recognition crossed his face. He froze. Then he whispered into his walkie-talkie. Daniel narrowed his eyes. They were onto him. Back in his room, Daniel opened his suitcase and removed a suit from a hidden panel. Navy blue, tailored, iconic. He adjusted the collar, pinned the gold Keaton hospitality pin to his lapel, and stared in the mirror. The man they ignored was gone. The man who built the building was back. An hour later, Daniel rolled into the lobby. This time, walking confidently in his suit. The receptionist gasped. "Mr. Keaton? Good afternoon," he said coolly. "Is your general manager available?" "Why, yes, I'll call him now." The server from the lounge froze, lips parting in horror as she recognized him. He turned to her and gave a polite nod, then walked to the center of the lobby. Within minutes, the general manager arrived, flanked by assistant staff. "Mr. Keaton, we had no idea." "That's the problem," Daniel said. "You don't need to know someone's title to treat them like a human being. I'd like the whole staff in the conference room. Now." The room filled quickly. Daniel stood alone at the front. No notes, no anger, just truth. "You all know me now. I'm Daniel Keaton, founder of this company. But 2 days ago, you knew me as a man in a wheelchair who was ignored, dismissed, and spoken about behind his back." He played 4 security clips. Receptionist turning him away, lounge staff ignoring him, staff gossiping at the desk, Maya helping him and the elderly guest. He paused. "You don't pass the test when you know someone's watching. You pass when you don't." Many looked down. A few were crying. Then he walked to Maya. "This," he said, handing her a sealed envelope, "is a promotion offer. Guest relations lead." Maya's voice trembled. "Sir, I don't know what to say. You already said it when you chose to care." Daniel turned back to the room. "No one is being fired today, but change is coming. Every team will go through our new training. And no one advances in this company without a record of respect and empathy." He locked eyes with the receptionist. "Your next decision determines whether you stay." Outside the hotel, the sun was setting. Daniel stood near the entrance. Maya approached him quietly. "Why a wheelchair?" she asked. "Because that's who people ignore the fastest," he replied. "Will you come back?" He smiled. "You'll never know. Leadership doesn't wear a name tag, and power isn't shown in titles. It's revealed in silence. The way you treat people when you think they're no one tells the world exactly who you are."